Hello friends, welcome to my channel Lifestories with Grace Kansiime Mwesigye, where we learn important things that help us to build our lives and make our stories better. The stories of our families, the lives of our loved ones, we make them better by learning from each other. Today we are discussing a very important and I can say it is important and emphasize it and that it is important topic about how to make money with what you have. And I say it is possible for everyone to make money in your community, in your country, in your society, everywhere that you are. It is possible to make money and grow and become that which you desire using the little that you have. Before I show you how possible it is, I welcome those who are coming here for the very first time. You are new, you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe to this channel, like, share, and make a comment. And if you find this video very useful, share it with loved ones that they will learn and grow. To you, the returning guests, your subscription have been the energy by which I thrive. And I'm asking that let's make it to 5,000 subscribers within this short while. And I'll call upon you, if you've not subscribed for me before, kindly do. If this channel is useful, kindly do subscribe. I'm looking at 5,000 subscribers within the next 6 months. Thank you so much. Our topic today is how to make good money. How to make good money using what you have. Now, in most cases, everyone says, oh, I cannot make money because I don't have capital. Then you ask, how much capital? Then they come up with a very big figure of the capital that they require. Then when you ask them to give you a breakdown, they will first take off about 6 months or 3 months amount of money that they have to pay in rent, right? Yes, rent. Now, you realize that some business only stand for as long as the initial rent has been paid. Someone pays for 6 months. Within the 6 months, they are not able to realize the profit and they have not increased on their capital. So at the end of the day, this business closes within those 6 months, after the 6 months. Now, what do we do to avoid the cry of the need for capital and the so much money that we spend in capital, in paying rent? We realize that rent is the biggest consumer of the money that we should be using for business. There are some businesses that you can do and you don't need to pay rent to anyone or anywhere. Yes, I can see some of you saying, is it true? Yes, it is true. I have seen people do this business, starting with what they have, including myself. What I'm training you is what I have done, and I guarantee you it works. In addition to me having a full-time job in a busy office, my little money works for me to make for me more money without my presence. That is the policy of money making money for you. Yes, it is true. I learned this the hard way. During the time of COVID-19, when everything shut down, there was no work, there was nothing, and some of us ate up all the savings. We almost closed, like you don't have any savings, you're not making any more money, you are just there stuck. And so while I was doing my research on how the rich make their money, this is what I discovered and I implemented. And so I am sharing with you what I have done, and that is so successful. Number one, where you can invest your money, starting from as little as 100,000 to as much as so many millions for you who have the millions. And that money makes for you more money without you having to get involved except to receive your profit every agreed period of time. Number one is trading in capital markets. Now, this might be very new to many people, like it was very new for me when I had it the first time. Now, capital markets, this is where buyers and sellers, trade in financial securities. Financial securities, these are, in most cases, government securities in form of treasury bonds, in form of securities, in form of forex trade. And so the government puts out these securities, and they normally come up in the newspapers. They range between, you can have one for 365 days, that is 1 year. You can trade with a security of 90 days, that is 3 months. You can trade in one for 180 days, that is 3 months. And then you can go for the bonds, which range from 3 years, 5 years, 15 years, 10 years, 20 years. I think 20 years is like the most, like the maximum that I know. Okay? So when government puts up these bonds, you get your money and you give it through your bankers. You buy these treasury bonds. You buy these securities. You buy these, you pay in your money. You buy these securities from the government and you agree on the period of time. There is also an interest that is attached to that security that is being sold, or the bond that is being sold. There is always an interest. Now, the longer the period of time and the bigger the amount of money, so will be the interest. Someone who is saving for 10 years or buying a bond for 15 years will get a higher interest rate compared to one who is buying a bond for 180 days. And so you pay your money in there, whether you have 100,000, I think that is the minimum here in Uganda, 100,000. I don't know how much it is for other countries. So you pay your 100,000 at an agreed interest rate. Then you wait for 5 months and then you start reaping your money. Now, I remember when I was buying my securities, my bond, I bought it in April, towards the end of April. I put in my money there. The interest at that time was good. You need to monitor the interest. You need to work with your bankers to monitor the interest. And once the interest is high, put in your money. I bought my bond in April. I was so surprised in May when they paid me a full interest. It was such huge money because I had put in all my savings that I had got. Okay, they weren't much really, but I had been saving with one of the organizations. And then when I got my money, I put it in there. I started receiving interest every 5 months. I'm still receiving interest every 5 months. Now, even if I say I am retiring from work, I will still get the equivalent of my salary from that saving until the next. I bought a bond for 15 years. And so I think this is the second year. So for the next 15 years, for the next 15 years, I have an equivalent of my salary coming through my savings. Now, you can say you don't want to deal in bonds or treasury bills, or you don't want the capital markets. Here is the second alternative. You can also invest in high yield savings account. Now remember, when you put your money into a bank account, it's just there. They are deducting their money for keeping for you every month. So at the end of the day, if you saved 100,000, it is going to be less by maybe 30,000. If it continues for another month, it is still going to be there by less another 30,000. Now, you need to choose a high saving account, a high yielding interest an account that is for saving, but it also yields interest for you. Now, such an account is like a fixed deposit account. You put so much money there, every month it yields for you an interest. At the close of a financial year, at the close of an agreed period of time, you will reap interest from your money. Now remember, money must never sit on your account dormant. The moment it sits there dormant that you're saving, other rich people will come and borrow from the bank, use your money to grow, while you just keep your money waiting for old age. Let that money work for you in a fixed deposit account. Then there are other high-yielding savings accounts like the NSSF Voluntary Savings Scheme. They also give a good interest rate. You don't have to be employed. You just walk in and you say, I need to open up a voluntary savings account, and then you'll be getting your money, you'll be getting your interest at the end of every financial year. Interests are read, your accounts are credited, and then you're making money. Now, those are two. Treasury bonds, a high-yielding savings account. Now, the last one, once you accumulate money to a tune of about 5 million, 10 million, don't let it sit on your bank account. Just go out there, whether in the village trading center, because here in town, the cost of plots of lands are very expensive. They're on the higher side. But go in your village, where you're born, and buy a small piece of land with the money that you have, the money that you can afford, and then let the money be there. After a year, actually, the moment you buy that piece of land, put a for sale, put a for sale signpost. You can be surprised that you'll buy that plot today. Put a for sale signpost. You can buy it at 5 million. Put a for sale signpost, and the next day someone will come and offer you 10 million for that same plot. And so, making money is easier than you think, although it requires a lot of patience, a lot of prayer, a lot of consistency, and a lot of strength in character. Because if you say, I've tried once, it has not worked out, and then you give out, that is not the spirit. The spirit that makes money is strong, is resilient, it seeks knowledge. Go to people who have done it. Go to people who have succeeded and find out. Money is not all about paying for buildings, selling products and all that. You can also sell your brain. You see, you can talk and people pay you for talking. You can learn public speaking and people are paying you for the speeches that you make. You can learn how to provide services and people are paying you for those services that you're making. So making money, is it easy? Is it very tough? I cannot say it's very easy, but I also am confident it is not very tough. It depends on what you are willing to put in and how much you have in your pockets, and then accept to grow steadily. Don't just want to have millions. Go through step by step and you will make that money until you become a millionaire, until you become a billionaire. And then when you're finally up there, please give me a hi, a shout out on this video, and let me know how this video has helped you and how you have succeeded. I kind of plead with you, if you have not subscribed before, where you're watching this video, look there. If it doesn't say subscribed, kindly sign in and subscribe for me. It will be a great reward for me and a motivation for me to do more videos. See you another time as we make your money. Bye-bye for now.